What's up, everyone? This is the Instant Classic 7. I just got back from the Smackdown ECW tapings in Chicago. You can see my shirt, ECW. So, we got there half an hour late for ECW. It was crazy. Traffic was absolutely nuts. So, I think it must have been at the beginning of the show, the Dreamer and Delaney versus Miz and Morrison. I must have missed that. I'm pissed, but I didn't see it. So I assume that Miz and Morrison did retain because they had the belts on SmackDown. So that was cool. On ECW, I saw it was either Jesse or Festus. I don't remember which one. Was facing Kofi Kingston. I really like this kid. I think Kofi Kingston is definitely one of the best younger talent on the WWE roster. He seems really good. That was a pretty good match. And then we had, I think the only other match on ECW was a Money in the Bank qualifying match between CM Punk and Big Daddy V. Punk, whenever he's been in the WWE and come to Chicago, they haven't put him in great matches. This one was okay. It was just kind of there. We all knew Punk was gonna win. I can't see Big Daddy V in a ladder match. So, it was good. I always like seeing Punk live. Had absolutely huge pop for him when he came out. Something else I just want to say. I was sitting in probably the absolute furthest back row you could from the action, and it was just hot as hell in there where I was, so I couldn't really enjoy the show as much as I wanted, but yeah, you know what, it was still a lot of fun. So sorry about that. Alright, and then we have what was next? I think we just set up for SmackDown, and we started off the show with excuse me, I didn't write anything down, so if I am forgetting things and then remembering, you'll have to bear with me. But we had some diva contest of something. I don't even know what it was. It was just trash. Nothing. No. Then I believe the match after that was Big Show versus Shannon Moore and Jimmy Wang Yang handicap match. It was just really a way to get Big Show over. Not really much to talk about there. Then we had, I believe it was John Morrison versus. Oh, I'm sorry. If anyone doesn't want SmackDown spoiler alerts, then you probably shouldn't be watching the rest of this video. But yeah. Anyway, a Money in the Bank qualifying match we had. Miz versus John Morrison, surprisingly. Morrison went over here. Boring match. Crowd was chanting boring. It wasn't good at all. So then I believe the next match we had was... Oh, and then I think in between there was some type of... I went to go get a soda, so some other stuff went on, but I don't know what it was. My buddies didn't remember either. So then we had MVP versus Batista U.S. title match, no holds barred. This is a pretty good match. It wasn't great, but it was solid. It was a good TV match. It's pretty long. I'd say it was around 12-13 minutes. So yeah, it was a good match. And then we had from there we went to. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say that it was, let me see if I can get this right, Kane and Jamie Noble versus Chuck Palumbo and the Great Khali. Short, quick, bad match. It wasn't bad. It was okay for what it was. I honestly didn't really watch much of it. I was kind of tuned in and out for the most part. So that was just kind of there. It didn't really serve any purpose. And then we got the cage match, and this was awesome. It was, from my last video, I know, Shawn Michaels was added to the match, and he He was teaming with Ric Flair against Edge, and I believe their names are Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins or something. Anyway, and then Vicky, before the match started, Vicky Guerrero comes out and says that Chavo Guerrero will be entering the match on behalf of Edge's team. So they start the match, and Chavo has to climb into the cage in order to get in the match. They wouldn't open the door for him, so that was a kind of a funny part. Edge's team dominated most of the match with HBK and Flair gaining momentum at points and then losing it. It was just it was a cool match to see. It was great, and then the end came. It was inevitable that HBK and Flair were going to lose. Lights dim, of course. Done. Undertaker music starts, and lights come back on. Undertaker standing there, and he just cleans house, and then he starts to fade a little bit, and then he double choke slams Ryder and Hawkins, and then at that time Edge had halfway made it over the cage and made it out, so he won that match. And then it was kind of a shame from there, but it was a good match to see. If Flair, I haven't seen really Flair in any decent matches ever live, and this was a good match to see him go out on, for me anyway. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match, but it was definitely a very good match. I'd probably, if you're going with stars, I'd probably give it between 3 and 3.25. Excuse me. Then Vicky comes out. I mean, and my buddy, who I went with, is the biggest Undertaker mark you'll find. I mean, he doesn't really like wrestling that much, but he loves the Undertaker. I mean, he flips out when the Undertaker is there. So she comes out and decides, "Oh, Undertaker, if you want to fight tonight, let's give you a match." So dark match. We've got Big Show versus Undertaker. Halfway through the match, it was really kind of weird. Edge comes down and wants to take the place of the Big Show, so he does, and Big Show leaves. Edge is now wrestling Taker, and Edge is going for a spear. Undertaker kicks him right in his chest, sets him up for the tombstone and the win. It was some good stuff. So with the dark match, I believe I figured out what's going to happen. Edge is going to drop the title to Undertaker at Mania, who then will start a feud with the Big Show. So overall, it was an awesome show. It was probably the second best one I've been to live. Actually, third if you count the Ring of Honor show. The other one being the Go Home show the Go Home Raw, actually, to WrestleMania of last year. That was also a very good show. So just wanted to let everyone know what happened. I'll have that DVD review up for you guys probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm actually going to do the DVD that I said. I think I'm probably going to switch to All-Star Weekend 5 Night 1, because I really don't remember much about the show I said, and I really don't have time to rewatch it right now. So I'll go with a show that I've seen recently. So, yeah, everyone. So thanks for watching, and everyone have a great day. Thanks.